Welcome back to another episode of It's Empty. You're probably wondering why I'm here and there is a scrap car or a few scrap cars behind me. Today I'm here at Quarry Motors. They're an independent BMW specialist, like a business I own. You probably thought, where has the BMW M3 gone that we were stripping a few weeks ago? Why has the project stopped? This is the reason why. We are building, or I am building, a BMW 1M powered with an S65 V8 out of the M3. And right now, it will all be going through your head. That's why it stopped. Let's go inside and meet the man who's going to be helping me. I want to introduce you to Ash Sutherland, the owner of Quarry Motors. This guy is the first guy, not in the UK, but the whole wide world, the whole earth, to ever build a BMW 1M powered with an S65.
Yeah, so the first one that I ever built was back in 2012. Built it for myself, that one, and then ever since that things have snowballed, which you're probably going to see.
Now, one of the main reasons I'm doing this, in most of the videos I mention a good friend of mine, Andy. Now, one day, if I ever hit 1 million subscribers, this build that I'm about to do with the help of Ash, I'm going to give it away to my good friend Andy. I'm going to just give it him, okay? I've promised that. So he basically brought this to my attention a few months ago and said, oh, why don't you do this build? Now, because I've done a few builds now, I'm onto the M3. When I bought the E92 M3, I bought it with the intention of obviously fixing it, sorting it all out, and either I was going to track it or sell it. But obviously when I saw the state of the engine, I thought, damn, we need another engine because it's beyond repair. I then sourced another engine from a lovely chap who actually purchased it from Quarry. We do work with Quarry. That engine was supplied by these guys, so it was kind of meant to be. That engine's only done 30-odd thousand miles. And then I thought, why don't we go ahead and do the 1M build? So that's when we started speaking to Ash. So the main aim today, guys, we're at Quarry Motors. Ash is going to show us one he's actually doing at the moment. That white one you saw outside is mine. But Ash, you're going to get that strip for me, aren't you?
Yeah.
And then he's going to get it delivered. So that's going to be coming in a few weeks. But I'm going to take you through that door. There's one. He's completely bare stripped. It's sprayed in a lovely champagne colour. But I'm going to stop waffling on. Let's go through. Let's have a look at it. So, here it is. Ash, tell us what you've done.
So this one started off as a 118 diesel. It's a 2010 reg, this one. So try and stay within the build dates of an original 1M.
Which is like 2011.
Yeah, so they come out literally last at 10 plates, but majority were 11 plates. So first off, we start off by absolutely stripping it down to a bare carcass. So as you can see,
stripped.
Yeah, so literally wiring out, clips out, the axles off. For transporting, we do put the axles back on, but literally everything from underneath to inside. The doors are stripped down so that all the inside of the door gets sprayed. The floor pans, they get sprayed. And it's best to always start off with like a grey or a black or white car. Just looks a lot better when you're blending into the floor with paint. So for anybody taking this apart, you'd think that that's how it comes from factory.
But you've done the join here.
Yeah.
For the rear quarter. Now I know this because of the 240 guys. When we did the quarter panel with Jamal, we cut it somewhere around here, and obviously once it's fitted, you wouldn't even dream that it's had a new rear quarter. So these are 2 new rear quarters, aren't they?
Yeah.
For the 1M from BMW.
It is, yeah. So a lot of people, just for costs, they'll stick fiberglass extensions onto the rear arches, which it's not something I'd advise on doing. One, the inner tub stretches further out so that it goes to your outer wing, so you've got quite a lot of strength there. Whereas when you start cutting this away and extending it out without putting anything in between, you lose a lot of rigidity out of the back wing. I know this because I've smashed one of these up and it actually survived the crash quite well, and it was because it was done right. But yeah, so then after that it's everything, so the boot lid, every single part of it gets fully stripped. So
This boot lid then, Ash, is this the actual just a 118D one, or is this going to be a 1M one?
So the 118D and the 1M is the same boot lid. You just have
same
to.
bonnets as well, aren't you?
Yeah. So you just have to make sure though that you get a boot lid from a 59 reg onwards.
Onwards.
Because
Facelift lights, isn't it?
Well, no, the lights are all the same,
To change this.
but you have a boot lock here on the early ones,
right,
which
okay.
a 1M doesn't. So then, after that, we'll move round to the engine bay. So, as it's going to be the main focus at car, when you're looking at the V8 in there, you want the engine bay to look, yeah, you want it to look like it did from factory, so every single component has to come out of there. And then you can get...
This is where the V8's going to be. Yes.
You can get the paint down then, so that, same again, when you've got people looking at that V8 in there, it looks like it come from the factory in this colour. So.
This definitely will help, because they've blasted this, haven't they? Cleaned it and sprayed
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It looks absolutely mint.
Yeah.
Love it.
So yeah, it's just best to fully strip them down like this, and you can start from scratch. Probably see behind me, that's probably 40% of what's got to go back into it. There's still probably...
They're going to kill me back at G-Tech, you know. Steve Colton, I know you're listening to this. That is what's about to happen. But we've got a procedure in place, so
Yeah.
me and Ash are going to sit down. Ash has basically put like a portfolio together, and if there's a man who can, Ash is the man, because he is the first guy who did this.
Yeah.
And Ash, you must have come across teething problems and things like that with this build.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping you can sort of like, you've overcome those teething problems so that I don't have those problems.
Yeah. To be fair, I could get to a point now where I've done that many, I could probably supply them in kit form. It's that straightforward and that in my head. It's like I know exactly what needs taken out the prop shafts without measuring them. It's all up there. I've done enough for them now for it to stick.
Excellent, excellent. So guys, we're going to go ahead and Ash is going to show us around the workshop, but that's it for this video. Just to let you know, this whole series is sponsored by Quarry Motors, so if you guys need any parts for your BMWs, don't forget you can ring Quarry Motors. They are independent BMW specialists based in Sheffield, and they'll post out to you. Give them a call. They're one of the best breakers we've ever dealt with at G-Tech. I've been running for 10 years, and now we've had the real good opportunity to collaborate with them on this series. So if you need any BMW parts, give them a call. I'm going to go forward now and have a look. See you for the next episode.